What's up, guys? It is Friday, about quarter two on the fly, and the final score back again with a Friday update. I hope you guys are doing well, enjoying this great weather. I think it's here in North Carolina, it's about 80 degrees. I think that's where it was last time I looked. It's about 80. Tomorrow, I think it's supposed to get back down in the 60s with some rain, I believe. But I'm enjoying it. Day off. Busy week starting tomorrow for me. It's 82 degrees. Tomorrow we drop down to the 70s, 100% chance of rain, and it stays in the 60s for the rest of the week. So, not a bad week. I don't mind the 60s. Um, yeah, just want to do a little update. Again, we did a. Yeah, I'm a weatherman too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. It just says. Yeah, I don't know if it's Matthew or it just says weatherman. So I can't I can't say I can't say who it is. So identify was it you guys ever watch that that movie Hoosiers, one of the greatest sports movies of all time, Hoosiers and Shooter, when the coach comes up calling him calling him from the road. He's got the gun in his hand, so to identify. Yeah, so identify. Oh, it's my daughter. It's my daughter. Yeah, I'm a weatherman now. Better than a bus driver. Anyway, just want to give you guys a little update. We got a lot going on this weekend. Um, First of all, last night, one of my good friends of the podcast world, Brian Colburn, who does, he did Playlist Wars. Now he's got his own thing doing my weekly playlist. He was on a podcast last night called Movie Lovers Unite, which you guys should check out if you haven't already. And they did a review from one of my favorite movies, That Thing You Do. I enjoyed it. Went in there last night and made a few comments. Hope they didn't mind. Hope the guy at Movie Lovers didn't mind me making some comments, but enjoyed it. Brian, like I said, he does a great job with my weekly playlist. Check him out on that. Uh, if you're a music fan, Brian, I claim to have a lot of useless knowledge in my head, and Brian is the same way. Brian's the same way. So, you'll find out a lot of stuff that you didn't think you needed to know or didn't want to know from me and Brian. Um, anyway, but that thing you do, if you haven't seen that movie, Tom Hanks movie, uh, just a great movie about a band back in the 50s and 60s that was a one hit wonder, and the Oneaters. But yeah, soundtrack is great. I was probably, I don't want to give it away. Probably in my, we have done a top 10 movie list, and it was in my top 10 movies. So that thing you do, check out Brian, and I'm not sure what the other guy's name over there at Movie Lovers, but he did a great job too. So you guys check him out over there at it's at Movie Lovers Unite on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel, follow him on Twitter, all that good stuff. Did a great job last night. I was really impressed. Now, Rage Wrestling, guys know I work. I'm the Jackie Crockett of Rage Wrestling, which that means for you people that didn't watch wrestling back in the day, that means I'm the cameraman. They have another event for tomorrow night at Halifax Academy Gym on 1403 Bridges Road in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Doors open at 6, bell time 7 p.m. All proceeds benefit the Halifax Academy patrons. Here's a card lineup, and I'm going to try to do my best Tony Schiavone old school impression. Mystery Essential, Victor Walker versus Cruiserweight Champion Wes Rogers. The Iron Russian versus Dwayne Allen. Winner advances in the tournament for the American Heritage Championship belt. And by the way, the belt will be available for you to get a photo with behind the admission table for only $3. And that's right, you have the chance to get your photo taken with the American Heritage Championship belt before the champion himself gets it. So remember that if you come to the event tomorrow night, right behind the admission tables, you can get your picture taken with the new belt, with the American Heritage Championship belt. I have not laid eyes on the belt. You know, Nick and Charles are keeping me out of the loop again. I'm gonna have to really get on it. It may end up being a handicap match, Nick and Charles versus me, which I think I could take them. But you never know. They might bring in a third. Greg Acre might be the third guy in the mask that comes in and makes me lose a match. So, but anyway, the Iron Russian versus Dwayne Allen in the first round of the American Heritage Championship tournament. The winner will advance to the tournament finals. Then in the other matchup, Rock Richards versus Seymour Snot, and that winner will advance to the finals of the American Heritage Championship tournament. Then you got a testimony by Chuck Hasty. Chuck is an old friend of mine. I played football against Chuck back in high school. Chuck is a great guy. Should be a great message from Chuck Hasty. Then you got the Radical City Kings and Austin Shadows in a 6-man match versus Dose Legit and Jake Holloway. Haven't seen Jake Holloway up here. And I hadn't seen Victor Walker at a Rage event yet, so it should be interesting to see them. For the Rage World Tag Team Championship, the Real Life Freaks, who are the tag champs, defend against the former champs, the Geordie Bulldogs. Or the Bulldogs had said they have one more match. Well, is this going to be like a Kiss farewell tour where one more match turns into, well, I just meant it for there, so we're going to do another one. We're going to do another one. We'll see. Both the Bulldogs have said they are going to retire this year. I hope not, but I can totally understand if they did. I hope they get sent out the right way as they go after those tag belts. I think this would be, if they win, they did a 3-time Rage Tag Team Champions, Rage World Tag Team Champions. So could they go for 4? And then at the end of the night, the main event is the American Heritage Championship Tournament Finals match. And the winner will become the first Rage Wrestling Warriors American Heritage Champion. So get out tomorrow night. That's at Halifax Academy Gym, 1400 Three Bridges Road in Round Rapids. Like I said, doors open at 6. Bell time 7 o'clock, and all proceeds benefit Halifax Academy patrons. Floor seats are $15. Adult general admission $10, and children's general admission is $5. It's always a great show with Rage Wrestling. Brian just saw. I don't know if Brian's in here watching or not, but Brian, yeah, I hope the check's in the mail for all that good stuff I said about you a while ago. So, what else is going on? Nothing much that we talked about. I actually got some flack back yesterday from people when I was talking about the Foo Fighters. And I'm not going to say their names, but when I was talking about the Foo Fighters yesterday and talking about people giving them a hard time because they said it was too soon for them to come back. Well, some people have, it is too soon. They're not, it's okay that you feel the way you do, just like it's okay that I feel the way I do. I feel like they're doing their own way of dealing with it. Their own therapy for this is go ahead and get stuff out. Just like your therapy might have been taking some time to mourn, taking more time to mourn. I mean, it is what it is. It's okay that people disagree. If this world, everybody agreed on everything, if everybody liked the same thing in this world, it would be a boring place. But yeah. How about Eddie Van Halen's Hot for Teacher guitar sold for close to $4 million at auction? Can you imagine having enough disposable income to pay $4 million for a guitar? It had a minimum bid of $1.8 million and was previously valued at between $2 and $3 million. Let's see, did it say who it was? Who got it? It does not say. I guess they kept themselves anonymous on that. So that sold for $4 million for a guitar. Ooh. I can see me coming home. Just spent $4 million on a guitar. First of all, I'd be in jail because I don't have $4 million. to spend on anything. Let's see. Phil Lewis from LA Guns is going to start a war with Motley Crue. I said they've always been an effing atrocious band. I never liked them, so they'll be at each other's throat on social media for a while. What else is new? Motley Crue is going to headline the 2023 NFL Draft Concert Series, which is going to be in Kansas City next week. The NFL Draft coming up. So you guys keep an eye on that. If you're a Motley Crue fan, it should be interesting to see what they play. What meant? Did I say that? I'm sorry. Newsted, Jason Newsted, one of my favorite all-time people in rock music. I always liked Jason Newsted. He brought it. He got put in a situation coming in there after the tragic death of Cliff Burton, and he took over bass for Metallica. He was in a no-win situation there as far as replacing Cliff Burton, and how the other members of Metallica saw him at first. They hazed him a lot. They gave him hell. I mean, to the point where I cannot think of the name of the album. And Justice for All album. There's no bass on there. Jason's bass is not even on there. So don't get me started on that. Can you imagine working your ass off on the album, the first full-length album you're playing with your new band, and they cut your bass out? How pissed would you be? But Jason was a trooper. He kept right on going, and finally stayed till, I think there was a big thing with, of course, if you watch the documentary, what's the name of the documentary Metallica did when he left the band, that he wanted to do a side project, and they didn't want him to do a side project. So it pretty much was, he was gone, which was a sad day in history. For nothing against Robert Trujillo, but it was a sad day in Metallica history for me. I love Jason. I thought he brought a big kick to the band. Not just his playing, but his energy. His energy on stage was awesome. When you see that head going back and forth, head banging, yeah. And then he started singing some of the songs. I thought that was great. But he is doing a concert in Fort Lauderdale. He's reforming his band Newsted. Let's see. He's reactivated his Newsted project for a May 20th concert at Revolution Live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Newsted, who plays bass and sings in the project, will be joining the gig by original Newsted members Jesus Mendez Jr. from Underlord on drums, and Jesse Farnsworth on guitar. He's also an Underlord, along with new guitarist Humberto Perez. Asked how he arrived at the decision to bring back Newsted after a decade-long absence, Jason said, "Kind of by happenstance and how we keep chasing it for fun. That's always been our thing, playing with whoever, whenever." About a year ago at this time, the Chop House band played at the Maltz Theater in Jupiter, Florida, and Jesus and Jesse guested at the end of the program. They came over to HQ, and we jammed a bit on the side. I think that seed got replanted, so I had to finish with the Chop House Band album. So I did that, and then I got these guys back together a couple weeks ago again, and it was an epiphanous kind of trip. Everybody smiling at each other and happy that we're still alive and everything. So it's really mostly for feeling alive and marking the 10th anniversary of being brothers again. I just got a text from my buddy Robert Matthews. He has hit what we talked about yesterday, Hometown Nutrition again. It's a good thing that I'm like 30 minutes away from Hometown Nutrition, because I would be over there about as much as Robert goes. But anyway, so Newsted is reforming. They're saying one time only, but he said don't be surprised if you see some more in the future, which let's hope so. Newsted, I like to see Jason on stage. It's a shame he hasn't been on stage for a while. So probably not going to be a great big update today like we did yesterday because it's not a lot of people in here right now, and not a lot of talk back and forth. So, but next week, Monday night, Blacklight District. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. 7:00 live on the fly. Get your comments and questions ready. The Tuesday night at 8, Clint Adams, who is a country Christian artist, and then another Michael Lee. Michael Lee will be, and they will all be live shows next week. I'm supposed to be on another podcast as well next week, making a guest appearance. So I'll keep you informed on what night that is and who it is when the time gets here, when I find out for sure. Anyway, going to film a prom tonight. You guys out there, if you're local, know that I've said it before in here, and I haven't said it in a while. If you have any old VHS tapes with some memories on there, whether it's family reunion, weddings, graduations, sports, ball games that you played in, or somebody that you love played in, just memories on there that you want to get transferred to DVD, then let me know. I'm not expensive. I do like 2 hours of DVD, and I'll get you a price once you contact me. But yeah, I promise you, if you got VHS tapes or camcorder tapes, there's some I can't do right now, but the majority I can do. So if you've got VHS tapes or some camcorder tapes with some memories on it that you're just looking at, it's just sitting over there, you don't play anymore because you don't, not many people have VCRs anymore. Contact me. Let me know. You can find me on Facebook. You can send me an email at thefinalscoreentertainment@gmail.com. That's thefinalscoreentertainment@gmail.com. Because I'll tell you guys, that VHS stuff, it's not going to last forever. It deteriorates. The longer it sits there, it deteriorates till you don't have anything left and your memories are gone. I talked to some people this week that were talking about it. They wanted to get it done. And I'm actually working on my buddy Roberts right now. So if you guys want something like that done, call me. Email me. Well, email me. I don't have my phone number up here. Email me. See me on Facebook. Send me a message. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. And guys, like I always say, if you want to help the show out, give me a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast at. If it's on Spotify, Apple Music, Good Pods, Podchaser, wherever. And subscribe to the YouTube channels, the On the Fly and the Final Score channels. Give me try to help me out. That'll help me out more than anything. I'm not asking for money, just asking for about 5 minutes of your time. If you like what you see, be sure to do that. That way it helps me get up the chain a little bit higher. We had a big goal this week that we've been looking for, and we've set some more goals now. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. If something pops up, maybe I'll be back later on, but we'll talk to you later. You guys have a great weekend, and that's it for the Final Score and On the